really need to understand why you think this DALL-E program.
Oh, can we talk about AI in general?
Yeah. Let's have a little
DALL-E?
AI discussion.
And that you're not going to exist in 5 years because AI is just going to do
DALL-E.
reviews for you?
I've already submitted that there's enough high definition video of me and my voice online that I will inevitably be cloned and deepfaked into oblivion, and I won't need to exist.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
All of us won't need to exist.
This is where I don't get it. Because they've tried to do this. They've tried to do a stand-up special only done in AI. I think Netflix tried to pull it out. And,
Really? Did it suck?
Well, I mean, I think it was on par with a lot of Netflix specials.
It was actually really above
great reviews.
No, joking.
But like, there was no jokes. There was nothing. It didn't understand. They didn't understand like the math of a joke, and because a lot of ways the joke isn't only math, right? And your reviews aren't going to be only math, right? So there's nothing human in it, and that's what we I think appreciate. Even if we're reviewing tech, somebody's like, "Oh, I like the way that guy does it. He has a charm to him."
Yes.
So when you said this program DALL-E, which you guys should describe to the people listening right now, because there's no way I can fucking describe it.
DALL-E,
DALL-E,
okay.
Don't laugh.
DALL-E by OpenAI. Basically, it's just a prompt. It's a text box field. You put in whatever text you want, and it will generate from scratch an image that resembles whatever you typed. And you can be as detailed as you want. You can add adjectives. You can add actions, things like that. You could just type in horse flying a helicopter, and it will just make an image, actually a bunch of images, of what it thinks a horse flying a helicopter would look like, which is pretty cool because it's looking at all these other different photos that exist on the internet. It figures out what a horse is. It figures out what a helicopter is. It figures out what flying means, which means it'll probably put it in the helicopter, like at the controls, and then add some context, like a sky, and it's actually really impressive. So there you go. You don't even really see, there's a horse, isn't it? Sure, horse flying a helicopter. Some of them are rough.
This sucks.
Because they're not that great.
Can I be honest with you?
What?
I'm not impressed. You see that this sucks, right?
Most of them are actually not that great, but I've given it some really simple prompts where it was kind of just like fun to get a creative start to making something. Like we have a graphic designer at our studio where it's like we'll give just a random prompt of like a thumbnail idea, and we get more ideas from DALL-E, and then we go, this framing where you have the helicopter above the camera instead of just next to it, maybe let's try something like that. So you get ideas from it, but then we always go back to the human thing.
But also the tech world is reacting to the potential of the tech, whereas you guys are reacting to the current state of the tech.
No, this sucks, but I do think robots will kill us all. But this,
go on
it's not
Netscape.
now.
Go on
I'm not
Netscape
worried
back
yet.
in like the 90s. You'd be like, the internet's stupid.
No, that shit was fire.
No, I know.
No, you said it was stupid. You said it was the library.
I never said that. I never said that. That shit was fire. That was crazy. That was crazy. We need to bring that back. Hey, that's what you got to put in your phone.
Oh, well, that's the startup sound?
Just that sound. That'll be the boot sound. Every time it boots up, it makes that sound.
Okay, so what you told me that DALL-E is going to replace stand-up comedy specials in the future, and all of us. How?
No, it's not. But here's why. I'll tell you why. This is going to get better and better, and it's super cool.
That I believe.
It's going to get exceedingly photorealistic, high resolution, better and better at figuring out what words mean, and that's amazing, and the tech is going to get better. But I still think we always want a human element of everything, whether it's in our entertainment or in our creative stuff. I kind of look at it like sports, where like in basketball, for example, coaching staff are always looking at analytics. What is mathematically the best way to win a game? And like sometimes that means more threes, sometimes that means more free throws, whatever it is. We're gonna mathematically find out the best thing to do, but you still need a little bit of the human element to like actually make a basketball game to watch. I don't wanna watch AI play chess. I wanna watch humans play the thing, right? So no matter how good this gets, like you might be able to make an incredible video of a stand-up comedian with an hour-long special with genuinely hilarious jokes. But if we know that that's not a human making that, we're less interested.
Yes.
I think you still need the human part of the creative thing.
I feel the same way because I feel like when a human being does something, it says something about us.
Yes.
And that when I see a human being like run a marathon in an hour and a half or something, I go, that's saying something about me as a human being, and it's amazing that they were able to accomplish this feat. If I were to see some type of like AI or a robot run a marathon, I'd be like, oh,
you should run a marathon.
But it's not me.
You don't get
It's like
tired.
watching National Geographic.
Yeah,
like, this
exactly.
Is not, I don't relate
or I
to
watch
this.
a sculpture, a painting, and it's beautiful and it's amazing. It says something about me as a human being that another human being like me could do something so beautiful.
And it's definitively new, where like DALL-E, these are technically new, but it is actually taking information from just human-made things. millions and millions of human-made images for it to figure out what a new human-made image might look like.
My pushback on that is that's what human beings do.
That's true, but it just feels different for you to come up with a unique idea. I also don't think you have necessarily, you don't have to, you can choose how much of that to draw from. Where like DALL-E is gonna go, I wanna make this because I know what a horse looks like and I know what a helicopter looks like. I therefore will create this set of things. And like you can get infinite versions and you can figure out what DALL-E is looking at.
Well, that's the infinite versions thing interesting to me because yesterday I think it was Mark was telling me that if DALL-E gets sophisticated enough, there could be a movie that I'm watching that's made by DALL-E that is made specifically to my interests.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Different ending, different everything.
Yeah, and you're not watching the same thing I'm watching, which is not what I think humans want. I think humans want shared experiences. That's why we love Sunday night, 9 o'clock HBO show, and everybody's watching it and it feels great.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that it could be completely curated to my interests.
But when you're scrolling content on your phone, that's not necessarily communal. You just like to see cool things that you like.
Yeah,
and
everybody's For You page is
and
different.
if the AI is able to make that in the same way that like 5 years ago, it'd be like, hey, did you see these 3 pictures in a row? You'd be like, or now if you said, did you see these 3 pictures in a row on Instagram? You'd say no.
Yeah.
Because your 3 pictures is different than my 3 pictures.
Right.
It would be as focused as one piece of content. Hey, did you see this piece of content? And you'd say no, because it doesn't exist to anyone else except for you.
Yes. That's where things get a little gnarly.
That's
that's maybe even too isolating. Like, I don't want to exist in a world where I'm the only one seeing these things.
But you're also the only one that gets to show people. And you get to share it and say, look what I see. Look what I found.
And then those people go, oh, that's less enjoyable than what I see.
I don't like that as much as mine.
If it's similar enough, then they go,
That's the thing. It is what you enjoy the most. You might miss the experience, but the experience of watching it, it's what you enjoy the most.
You're right. You're right. It is the For You page on crack.
Your For You page is a reflection of what you like.
For you.
Yes.
It's not for a few people
right
like
now
you.
it's for y'all.
you.
Yeah.
But soon it's going to be for you.
Yeah. Because watching someone else's For You is garbage.
Bro,
I judge the fuck out of my friends. When I pull up, we pulled up our friend Ben's For You page, and it was just diesel ass weightlifting girls. I was like, what are you clicking on,
Bro,
man? What's going on?
What's your For You page?
I got a good mix. It's funny. I was just thinking like, what?
Yo, let's take a scroll.
I'll show you mine.
He's not showing us the iPhone. He's showing us the general phone.
It's the same account.
Okay.
Same account. All right,
Fair enough.
TikTok. Let's see what pops up. I follow maybe
you're going
3
straight on
accounts.
TikTok.
Should I go to? Okay, it's Ultimate Frisbee. That's the first thing that pops up.
Respect.
That's me. Oh yeah, let me screen record.
Oh, I see Miles with the heads up play.
Good idea. This is a highlight from the team I play on. That couldn't be more for me.
Yeah, that's extremely
Yeah, and it's not even me following, so that's pretty good. This is. I get a lot of educational, so it'll be like somebody explaining, like, you didn't know this about this. So whether it's like a sugar cube or some cooking thing or like some Animal Kingdom thing, I get a lot of that. A lot of short pet videos, a lot of dogs on my For You page. A lot of pet videos, another pet video.
Hold on.
Some of these just... Not sure what that is. A lot of car stuff, although this is overtime.
That was
Jesus.
fire.
That was kind of sick. I'm liking that one. that was pretty sick. An ad.
Bro, you got no hoes on here?
That's what I was thinking. I think it's IG.
Dude.
I think IG.
Thanks, somebody.
Yo,
Let's go to the IG.
Let's see how long before a hoes pop up.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Bro.
Right?
Married or just girlfriend?
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, screen record.
Already?
I ain't blowing up about shit. Yeah, nigga, it's crazy.
Post Malone.
Come on.
Some guy.
Hoes.
There we go.
That's your take. That's right away. That has 1 comment and 0 likes.
I know, that is for you, bro.
That is incredibly specific.
I'm the only like. How does this happen?
Weird.
This is just my photo album. What is this?
Yeah, dude.